Hey, how you doing? This is Justin Carlisle, aka Freight Train. Lighting's a little bit bad. Uh, been doing some fun videos, videos of workouts, videos of kids, up until this point. And I think at this time it's important for people, especially the people who are supporting us, who have not been in the military or haven't known anybody family-wise, father, son, uncle, cousin in the military, kind of what they go through. The military, no matter what branch you're in, it's a brotherhood. It's a family. It's your family away from family. You go on deployments, you're away from your spouse, your kids, your people that work for you are kind of like your kids, and the people that are over top of you are somewhat like your parents. But bottom line is, you're all a family. A lot of times, we've all spent Christmases, Thanksgivings, birthdays away from our true blood family, but we spent a lot of time with our family in the military, and they've kind of filled that void, taking that place. Me personally, I was 8 years in the Army. I got out as a staff sergeant. I was medically retired in 2006. I broke my back in 2004. Blew out both my knees. I've got degenerative joint disease in both knees. My ankles are torn all to hell. Got fractured vertebrae in my back, disc protrusions, bulging disc. My spinal canal's narrowed in my neck. Got arthritis in my hands, my elbow, my wrist, a lot of my joints. Suffer from a little bit of depression, I guess, from the chronic pain. It's happened in '04, the main injury, and then been in pain ever since. And we'll get into that here in just a little bit. But for me, of my 6 out of my 8 years I spent overseas, and I wasn't home on Christmas and Thanksgivings. A lot of times that's because your units only allot so many guys to go on leave through the holiday seasons, and if you're not one of those people, then you just don't get to do it. Not to mention the price of airline tickets are just astronomical. But what I wanted to kind of just show y'all today was when a veteran gets out of the military, especially one who's been injured in combat, who's been injured throughout just regular military service, the fight that they have to go through afterwards to get the help that they need. It took me almost 24 months from the time that I started my claim with the Department of Veteran Affairs to get a decision. My first decision was next to nothing, and it was to the point where I couldn't work when I got out. I couldn't function. I couldn't, because of my injuries, because of my pain, because of the state of mind that I was in. I couldn't go to work. I was lucky if I could get out of bed for that first 6 to 8 months. It's just the pain was that bad, and for me to have to wait 24 months to get that rating from the VA, it took a lot from us. I had to sell a truck just to make our mortgage. Had to sell a lot of things that we count as valuable in our lives, just to make ends meet. But that's due to the fact that I was medically retired from the Army, not receiving anything as far as pension, retirement, whatnot, and then have to wait for so long from the VA. Once the VA thing kicked in, it had been 4 years, and after that 4-year time period, they had deemed me to be permanently and totally disabled, and they backdated all that. So the money caught up, but it didn't do anything for the first period of time, when times were so tough that we had to sell possessions and sell things just to make ends meet, to keep food on the table, keep clothes on our kids' back. And that's kind of where this comes in, because I know that there's guys out there right now that were in the same situation that I was in 4 years ago, who pretty much have nothing. And for them, this rehabbing with the troops, aside from their family, is pretty much all that they have. And largely in part, thank you to Greg and Eddie Zanone for putting this thing on. And a humongous thank you to Armed Forces Insurance, the Colonel over there, Lori. Thank you guys so much for what you do as far as backing Greg and Addie to make all this possible, to get everybody the gear, to get everybody the cameras, to put all this together. Everything y'all do, I mean, it's going to a very worthy cause, because right now there's some guys who this program is all that they have. And hopefully through this program we can form a new brotherhood, a new extended family outside of the military. No matter what branch you were in, we're all in this thing together. We're all in this same situation. So you know, what we can do is really just advertise this, wear your gear around, tell everybody about this program, Rehabbing with the Troops. Tell everybody how good Armed Forces Insurance is being to us, and let everybody know that if they're looking for an insurance carrier, go to Armed Forces Insurance, because not only will they be getting everything insured, but they'll be helping a good cause, because Armed Forces Insurance is backing this thing, and that is huge. And a lot of Americans, I think, really don't understand the sacrifices that companies like Armed Forces Insurance and organizations like Pro vs. G.I. Joe and Rehabbing with the Troops, and individuals like Greg and Addie Zanone, who put everything they have into this, how much they're really sacrificing just to be able to help out the people that do this. And just to give everybody a kind of an idea of what myself and probably a bunch of other guys in this program are going through. Keep in mind, I'm 31 years old. I'm married. I've got 2 sons, 10 and 6. I've got a baby on the way. And being 31 years old, I just want to show you, this is the amount of medication I take every day due to my service-connected disabilities. I mean, this is more medication than a lot of senior citizens take. And like I said, I mean, I did it all. It was my choice to join the military, my choice to serve. Really wasn't my choice to get injured, but you know, shit happens. And now all we can kind of do is bounce back. But like I said, just keep in mind, as you watch this video, as you know, talk to your friends and family, you know, you see somebody in uniform, thank them for what they're doing. You know, look up Lori on Facebook with Armed Forces Insurance. Look up Greg and Eddie Zanone. You know, thank them for what they're doing. That they're really giving back. And just remember that just when somebody gets out of the military, you know, their service really doesn't stop ending, because they're paying for their service. Especially, you know, us disabled veterans, we're paying for that service for the rest of our lives. And not always an easy thing to do, but it's something we were proud to do, something we love doing, and something that, you know, 99.9% of the time, if we had to do again, we'd do it all over again. Thanks for listening. The videos from now on won't be this sappy or this I guess dramatic or mellow, or however you want to call it. But you know, support these guys, you know, not just me, but everybody in this program, because everybody needs support. And the main goal here is just to get this whole program just kicked off. Let's get our numbers up in the thousands. Let's make this a very well-known program. Get this thing recognized on TV. Let's get to the point where this thing just blows up, news starts covering it. And it's something that everybody talks about, and it's something that everybody wants to be a part of and get back to. Like I said, everybody that's friends with me or follows me on Twitter or keeps up with me on Facebook, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. To my family, my mom, my dad, my wife, my kids especially, y'all keep me going. My boys push me every day. They want to do some kind of exercise with the NFL training camp, you know, presented by EA Sports, and that really gives me a lot of valuable time back with my kids. So grateful for that. So like I said, Greg and Eddie's Zanone, Armed Forces Insurance, everybody else that's involved, the USO, Crohn's for the gear. Thank you so much for what y'all are doing, and please just keep track of everybody throughout the rest of the season too. Let's promote it hard. Let's promote it good. Let's everybody, you know, go out there and bust our ass, get this thing going. ground running. Let's just keep trucking. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this made a little bit of sense. Not really sure where I want to go with it. Just kind of wanted to let everybody know, kind of what it was like, or the extent of kind of what I went through, what I go through on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, thank you, and stay safe and stay supportive. Have a good one.